Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to my channel, Spiritual Duality. I'm Duality LeMay. Hopefully all you beautiful creators out there are doing great wherever you are in the world. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to watch this video, and I hope it resonates with you. And if it doesn't, like I always say, use your own discernment, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. All right, so I know we're coming into the end of the year, the holiday season, and there is a lot of fear being projected out into the collective, especially around the supply chain and lack mentality, etc. And if you're looking and having trouble finding a gift, what I can recommend is going out and getting my book, Becoming the Creator, A Practical Guide to Spirituality and Connection. This would be a wonderful gift for anybody who's on the spiritual path, looking to discover more about themselves and to have a practical guide to find more joy, peace, and love in their life through an inward journey and going through a bunch of exercises that I use to find more joy, peace in my life. So if you do that, wonderful gift. You can find this on most online retailers such as Amazon, Barnes & Noble, etc. And I appreciate the love and support. All right. November energy. This is going to be a very intense month, just like every other month this entire year. November, this time, is going to be a step up in energy, and I'm sorry to say it's going to be very difficult. Again, the numerology we're dealing with here is the 2, right? Because November is an 11, that breaks down to a 2, but also November, the 11 of the November is a master number. So what we're dealing here from the number 2 perspective is understanding the opposite, right? It's the duo, it's the tango of the 2. Through the duo, through duality, you become keenly aware of the other. So what that means is that you become outside of your centered self and you become more compassionate and understanding of the other. So that perspective is around this energy around adaptability and changeability. But when you take an 11, which is just a 2, it's a higher vibration. 11 is a master number of taking the duo, the opposite, the contrast, and finding the ability to find unification in union. Okay? You take the number 5 that has been for the year for 2021, and it makes this a very difficult month. Can you master duality? Can you master contrast and chaos and find unity and uniform state of being through the chaos and intense time that we're going to experience in this month, right? The 11 is going to ask for mastery of the duality, but of the compassion and the ability to hold balance within this time frame during a very chaotic and tumultuous time. It's forcing you to become the master during this period by doing what? Drawing out all the bad stuff that you've been holding on to. Not necessarily bad stuff. It's drawing out all the limited beliefs, the judgments that you've had, to face them, whether you like them or not, to find mastery over that as the creator so you can be in higher alignment for the things that are going to occur this month. So from an astrology standpoint, what's going to help this energy? What's going to emphasize that? What's going to be contributing to this energy is that we have the 11-11 gate, we have a lunar eclipse, and we have lots of Scorpio energy, okay? 11-11, right? Double dose of the master number, 11-11. This is a gateway, an energetic gateway for you to align with your highest good, where we can find more union, where we can find more peace, where we can find more compassion and mastery over the duality, judgmental states that we hold within us as well as we project out in the collective, right? This is a great opportunity to find that state of being of more peace and joy and love, but that only comes through going inward in dealing with the judgments that you have through the duality contrast of the opposite of what we're seeing. Can you still hold compassion? Can you still hold love for the opposite? Although their perspective, although their reality may be completely different than yours, can you find the master in that space? That's going to be very difficult for many of you guys. And so this opportunity of the 11 leg gateway can be in alignment for your highest good, but that requires you to let go of some of these limited beliefs that you're holding on to. Now, the lunar eclipse that we're going to be having this month as well is in Taurus. When you think of a lunar eclipse, right, when you're thinking of the moon, we're talking about the shadow side, the darker aspect of it. And when you have an eclipse side of it, think about massaging this energy and this energy really being pulled out. Being in Taurus, this energy is going to pull out a lot of security issues. Security issues that are no longer serve you are going to be ripped out, and you are going to be confronted with that through this time period. So insecurities that you have around finances, around your job, around the stable unit of your household, that's all going to be brought out through this lunar eclipse, and that's going to be a very hard time, I will say, at the least. In addition, you wrap this all up on top of it with the Scorpio energy that we are in. Scorpio energy is very, very, very intense energy around transformation. So you got the numerology of 2, you got the master number of 11, you got the changing energy of the 5, you got the 11 gate, you've got the lunar eclipse, and you wrap it around the Scorpio transformational energy. All of this is going to lead to a intense time where energy is going to be ripped out of us to force transformation, to find the master in the duality contrast experiences that we are experiencing in ourselves personally and collectively. Are you going to be able to do that? I don't know. Are you going to have a hard time? Yes. And it's going to be confronted in many aspects, especially in the areas of security around you and the collective. All right? So think about that, because when you do that, when you're able to actually honor and love and work with this energy that's being pressed upon you, we move into a Sagittarius energy that's found at the end of this month. And that's going to help you find expansion and good fortune. But you won't get to that energy if you don't deal with the Scorpio energy and all the numeral things that we're talking about and all this energetics that we're dealing with, because you'll be stuck and you will feel like you're trapped. You will feel like there is nowhere to go. You will feel like a victim. And that can't be healed. That can't be integrated unless you go inward and honor and love and move forward in better alignment. And then you can get this good fortune expansion, which can come with the 11 gate in the Sagittarius energy. All right, so from the numerology standpoint, we know we're dealing with some intensity. From the astrology standpoint, you know we're dealing with some intensity there. So what I will say is that the overall energy that we're going to be dealing with is that there are things happening behind the scenes. There's energy at work. And this energy at work that's contributing to your personal reality as well as the collective reality needs to be seen, even though it doesn't want to be seen. This month is going to drag out all those things. It's going to be a time period of unveiling, an awakening, if you will, to the truth of what you've been creating with. Although it doesn't want to come out, this energy, the things that you've been working on, the things that you've been working with, although you may not have been aware of it, the stuff that's going to come out is going to force you to look at yourself in a new way. So what I'm saying is that there's truth. There are things that you perhaps have been holding on to, that have been hitting, that have been contributing to your reality, and it's going to be coming out this month for you to look at, right? Creation comes from within. And some of you will become keenly aware this month about what you're holding on to, because your reality is going to feel like something's amiss, right? What is behind the curtain? Who is the wizard behind the show, right? A further awakening is going to happen, and that's what this month is all about. So what's going to contribute to this energy is I want you to think about in the tarot deck, the devil card. The devil card is a time for you to really look at yourself here. Where do you really need to be truthful about who you are? This is going to force you to look at the parts of you that are negative aspects, that are limiting aspects, that are beliefs that don't serve you. addictions, perhaps relationships that are just ugly, dependent relationships that no longer serve you. Stubborn in your beliefs, the stubbornness that you may have in your beliefs that don't serve your highest potentials, like these things are going to come up this month. And so through the devil card, or this aspect of you, the negative aspects of you, the negative beliefs, the things that are very that don't serve your highest good, are going to come out strongly this month. And it's going to require brutal honesty. Do these things truly serve you? Are you holding on to them because they feel safe, even though they're really not for your highest good? That energy is what we're talking about when we're looking at the numerology and the astrology aspect, and a lot of that's going to be highlighted in the security aspects of your reality. So what I want you to also think about is that through this process too, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to have to try to feel like you're losing your way. You're going to feel like you want guidance. You're going to feel like you want direction because of all this stuff that's going to be coming up. And it's going to cause you to feel a little bit shaky, right? So when you go into this time period, that honesty piece, that truthful piece is really going to need to be played out, right? It means that you need to be keenly aware of your thoughts. Needs to be keenly aware of what your beliefs are, right? What are your beliefs that you have? And how are you really thinking about yourself? Are you talking negatively about yourself? Are you talking positively about yourself? Are you making excuses for things that really shouldn't be excuses? And that for you as the creator, you need to take accountability for these things to shift things around because they don't serve you, right? They're not doing any good for you, right? And so a lot of you guys may be trying to find direction this month, direction in your job, direction in your relationships, direction in your family. It's natural to feel that, especially when the world starts collapsing on you and the path that you feel like you've been on no longer is authentic to you, no longer feels like the right path for you to go forward. And so all of this stuff, this direction, the bad negative attachments that you're holding on to are going to be coming up for you as the creator to integrate. Does this serve you? Is this what you want? If it's not, this is the things that we need to let go of. These are the things that we need to release and define and allow to come up and to be released for you to move forward in better alignment, right? Also, what we're also dealing with is many of you guys are going to be dealing with a lot of worries and fears this month, right? Worries and fears because of the security thing that's being highlighted in this month, especially around the lunar eclipse and because of the duality and etc. Of the month. We're going to have a lot of worries and fears being brought up this month. Typically, if we think about the holiday season, this usually is time about joy, celebration, bliss, right? This isn't going to feel like that as we move into this month. So I want to speak here for a moment around what's being promoted out into the public, into the collective. I want to speak here about your fears and lack mentality. There is energy going out, being projected out there regarding the supply chain issue and lack and needing to stock up, etc. It's there for you to decide whether or not that's going to resonate with you as the creator and to create with. I would recommend that you take this time and you go inward to see where these things are playing out in your reality, where your beliefs are contributing to this lack and supply chain issues, and to spin the energy or transmute it, if you can, to find a state of being that's more around love and abundance. Don't feed into the energy of lack, supply chain issue, gas prices going astronomically upward. Of course, it's all there. Of course it's there, right? You have abundance and you have lack. Of course it's all there, but that's divine choice of whether you as a creator are going to feed that or whether you as a creator are going to say, I acknowledge it. I honor the things that are coming up with me emotionally and my beliefs, and I'm going to focus my energy in something more around love and abundance. Right? We are going to need to find a different way to still find love and abundance through these holidays. Instead of the materialistic nonsense that we've always had to deal with around these holidays, find a different way to reconnect with yourself, reconnect with joy, reconnect with family, reconnect with abundance and love in a different way versus the normal boxed version of which we have been projected onto, okay? I think that's going to be truly important for us to find in this time period when it feels like there is an overall energy that's trying to hijack and manipulate this energy not for our highest good. Right. I want you to tie this into the lunar eclipse energy that we're playing, right? The vulnerability of security will be brought out this month. And going inward to see those fears, to see the lack beliefs, to see the contrast, to see the opposite, is asking you to step up into the master number of the 11, to harmonize, to unify, to see the love, to see the creator, to see where your power has been given away and how you're using that power, not for your highest good, to create these states of beings that cause worry and fear and anxiety need to be let go of for you to catalyze on the 11-11 gate, for you to move out of the transformational energy of the Scorpio and into the Sagittarius energy to expand and to find more good fortune. That's what this month is going to be about. Bring love and source energy into your life. Bring love for yourself, honoring the things that you have, honoring source, which has given you the power because you are source. You are just like the universe. The universe and you are the same, and therefore you are given the right and the power to have support, to have love, to have abundance. But it's because of you as the creator have limited your beliefs, have limited the way you want to see this world, have put judgments out into the dual energy of the two, and seeing separation through the opposite that have caused us to fall into this hole, that have caused us to fall into this state of being, of victimhood, of separation, of lack, of limitation, of fear and betrayal. All these things that we have spinning around us, these stories, can be alleviated if you go inward, find the peace and joy, your connection to source, transmute your beliefs, find abundance, find love. It's all right there. It's right behind the veil. It's behind the other of what you're seeing. It's that other energy that's right there that you can find it. But that requires you, especially in this month, being catalyzed by these tumultuous time frames through the oppositions to look at that and say, this no longer serves me. This is what I've been creating with. And the truth is coming out, and I am awaking to my sovereign, powerful being that I am as part of Source. And I'm going to create a reality that is in better alignment with my highest self, about more love, joy, peace in my life. So I hope that helps you with this energy for this month. November is going to be a difficult month. There's an opportunity for you to really find that peace and joy, but to get to that peace, you really need to go through this transformational time that we're having. Hopefully that helps you. I love you. Feel free to reach out to me. Also subscribe or follow me on Instagram or my Facebook. And again, go out and buy my book as a gift. Great practical guide to find more peace, love, and joy in your life. And we'll talk to you soon. Love you. Take care.